Everyone subscribe and write your names. Come on, guys, let's go. Welcome in, everyone. Let's go, guys. Welcome, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome. Thank you for the hearts. Everyone, write your names, and I will write it here on the sand. Let's go. Welcome, everyone. Let's go, guys. Everly, welcome, Everly. Here you go, Everly. Hope you like it. And then we have this Penelope. Penelope, here you go. Penelope, thank you so much for subscribing to me. Thank you. Gracie, thank you so much for subscribing. Gracie, thank you. Here you go. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Rafaela, thank you so much for subscribing, Rafaela. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Avery. And Caden, thank you so much, Caden, for subscribing to me. Caden, thank you. Thank you, Caden. Let's do another name, guys. Thank you so much, Caden, for subscribing. Thank you, Rafaela. Thank you, Penelope. Thank you, Gracie. Thank you, Everly. Thank you all for subscribing to me. Thank you, Kai. You are next. Thank you so much for subscribing, Kai. Thank you. Hey, Ruth. What's up? Thank you so much. Thank you all for subscribing. Thank you, Gracie, Rafaela, Kai, Penelope, Caden. Thank you for subscribing. You are also amazing, every one of you. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much for subscribing, Chris. Caitlin, thank you so much for subscribing, Caitlin. Thank you. Kenneth, thank you so much for subscribing, Kenneth. Here you go, Kenneth. Emmy, thank you so much from Philippines. Okay. Awesome. Emmy, thank you so much. And then we have Jalaya. Thank you so much, Jalaya, for subscribing. Leah, thank you so much for subscribing, Leah. Thank you. Jacob, thank you so much for subscribing. Guys, I'm going to do my live a little different in the next one. So stick around. Everyone subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and like. And the next live, I'll do a little different, okay? Tavon, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you very much. Annabelle, thank you so much, Annabelle, for subscribing. Thank you, Annabelle. Thank you very much. Who is going to be next? Glams, thank you so much for subscribing, Glams. Thank you. Milo, thank you so much for subscribing, Milo. Thank you. Lala, thank you so much for subscribing, Lala. Thank you, Madeline. Really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much, Madeline, for subscribing. Leela, thank you so much for subscribing to Leela. Luke, thank you so much for subscribing. Andrew, thank you so much for subscribing. Andrew, thank you. Then we have Kylie. Thank you, Kylie, so much for subscribing. And after Kylie, Nick, thank you so much, Nick, for subscribing. Thank you, Nick. Silas, thank you so much for subscribing to me. Thank you, Silas. Then we have Jen. Thank you, Jen, so much for subscribing. Jen, thank you. And Gianni, thank you so much for subscribing. Gianni, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Rhonda, thank you so much for subscribing. Rhonda, thank you. Thank you. Tim, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. Luke, thank you so much for subscribing. Wakula, thank you so much for subscribing. Wakula, thank you. Arecibo, thank you so much. Arecibo for subscribing. Arecibo. There you go. Stiggy, thank you so much for subscribing. Stiggy, and thank you guys for giving me hearts. Thank you. Natalie, thank you so much for subscribing. Natalie, thank you. Kelly, thank you so much for subscribing. Adrian, thank you so much for subscribing. Adrian, thank you. Alma, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. Eddie, thank you so much for subscribing. Eddie, thank you very much. Aravic, thank you so much for subscribing. Aravic, here you go. Thank you. Jalaya, thank you, Jalaya, for subscribing. Jake, thank you so much for subscribing. Then we have Priyanka, thank you so much for subscribing to me. Thank you. Ritaj, there you go. Thank you for subscribing. Ashlyn, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. Mel, thank you so much for subscribing. Mel. Masha, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much, Aziz, for subscribing. Thank you, Agnes, so much for subscribing. James, thank you so much for subscribing to me. Sado, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. Navi, thank you so much, Navi, for subscribing to me. Then we have Mallory. Thank you, Mallory, so much for subscribing. Thank you all so much. Trey, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. Danica, thank you so much for subscribing. Danica, thank you, thank you, thank you. Raydell, thank you so much for subscribing. Raydell, thank you. Victoria, thank you so much, Victoria, for subscribing to me. Thank you. Jisa, thank you so much for subscribing. Jisa, thank you. Jessica with a K. Thank you so much for subscribing to me, Jessica. Thank you. Anil, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you very much, every one of you. Asta, thank you so much for subscribing to me. Thank you very much. Answer, thank you so much for subscribing to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we have Jisa again. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bart, you are next. Here you go, Bart. Thank you so much for subscribing. Katie, thank you so much for subscribing to me. And we have Sharia. Thank you so much for subscribing, Sharia. Thank you so much. Here you go, Rishi. Here you go, Rishi, for subscribing to me. Thank you very much. Name, here you go. Thank you for subscribing to me, Sophie. Thank you, Sophie, so much for subscribing. Sophia, thank you so much for subscribing to me. Thank you, Emanuela. Emanuela. Emanuela, thank you so much for subscribing to me, Emanuela. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ruby, thank you so much for subscribing to me, Ruby. After that, George, thank you so much, George, for subscribing to me. Matrin, Matrenla. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. And we have is Ellen. Thank you, Ellen, so much for subscribing. Jesse, thank you so much for subscribing. Then we have is Ellie. Thank you so much, Ellie, for subscribing to me. We have is Sylvic. Thank you, Sylvic, so much for subscribing. Thank you all so much. Ellie, let's do Ellie again. All right. Now what we're gonna do is Donior. Thank you, Donior, for subscribing to me. Thank you so much, everyone. Then we have Solomia. Thank you so much for subscribing, Solomia. Raf, you are next. Raf, thank you so much for subscribing to me, Raf. Thank you. Then we're gonna do is Kelly. Thank you, Kelly, so much for subscribing to me. Thank you, Kelly. Yes, Ellie. Then we have is Maria. One name, Maria, but I'll do it this time, Garnick. Here you go. Maria and Garnick. Here you go. Then Jay, thank you so much for subscribing. And after that, sure, Rafi, here you go. Here you go, Emma. And then Aram, I'll do your name next. Thank you so much for subscribing, Aram. Anaya, thank you so much for subscribing, Anaya. Then we're gonna do is Imara. Imara, thank you so much for subscribing, Imara. Then let's do Liv. Thank you, Liv, for subscribing. What I'm gonna do is Rosa. Thank you, Rosa, so much for subscribing to me. And then after that, you're welcome, Lil. Then after that, we're gonna do is Jackson. Thank you so much, Jackson, Rosa, Liv, every one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. Then let's do Pratham. And then after that, let's do Miftah. Here you go, Miftah. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. Abraham, thank you so much for subscribing to me. Abraham, thank you. Josiah, thank you, Josiah, for subscribing to me. You are awesome. Lee, thank you so much for subscribing to me. Jordy, thank you so much, Jordy, for subscribing. Then let's do Rosa. Thank you, Rosa, so much for subscribing to me. Uriel, thank you, Uriel, so much for subscribing. Then do Paul. Let's do Paul. Thank you, Paul, for subscribing. Rosie, let's go, Rosie. Thank you for subscribing. Yuzu, thank you so much for subscribing. Derek, thank you so much for subscribing to me. After Derek, we're gonna do Victoria. Thank you, Victoria, for subscribing. After Victoria is gonna be Heather. Thank you, Heather, for subscribing to my channel. Derek, here you go. Thank you, Derek, for subscribing. Hallie May, thank you so much for subscribing. Hallie May. Emma, thank you, Emma, for subscribing to my channel. Hako Bin, thank you for Hakubayan. Thank you so much for subscribing. Then we're gonna do is Emma again. Emma, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's do Ali. Thank you, Ali, for subscribing. Uriel. Thank you, Uriel, for subscribing. Ava is gonna be next. Ava, thank you so much for subscribing. Jaden, thank you so much for subscribing. Jaden. After Jaden, let's go, everyone. Aisha, here you go. Aisha, thank you so much for subscribing to me. Aisha, thank you. Then what we're gonna do is Kylie is next. Kylie, thank you very much for subscribing. Kylie, thank you. Diego, thank you so much for subscribing. Hi, Rahim. Thank you so much for subscribing. Rahima, thank you so much for subscribing. Rahima, thank you. Here you go, Rahima. After Rahima, we're gonna do is Casman. Thank you, Casman, for subscribing to me. Really appreciate everyone here. Armin, thank you so much for subscribing. Armin. Then Jason, thank you. Jason for subscribing. Charles. Hey Lil. Thank you so much, Charles, for subscribing. Aloha Agnes. What's up? Dina. Thank you so much for subscribing, Dina. Thank you. Then we're gonna do is Bandit. Thank you so much for subscribing. Then let's do Jasmine. Thank you, Jasmine, so much for subscribing. Jasmine, thank you very much. Aya, thank you so much for subscribing. Aya. Ava, thank you, Ava, for subscribing. Then we're gonna do is Geraldine. Thank you, Geraldine. Thank you so much for subscribing, Geraldine. And let's do Kayla next. Kayla, thank you so much for subscribing, Kayla. Then we're gonna do is Wheat. Thank you for subscribing. Weir, okay, here you go. Thank you so much for subscribing. Then let's do Scarlett. Thank you, Scarlett, for subscribing. Thank you, Scarlett. And after Scarlett, we're gonna do is HD. Here you go. Thank you so much for subscribing. Nyla, thank you so much for subscribing, Nyla. Thank you very much. Rose, thank you so much for subscribing. Rose, thank you. Bandit, let's do Bandit again. Thank you so much, Bandit, for subscribing. Thank you very much, Damini. Thank you, Damini, so much for subscribing to me. After Damini, we're gonna do is Jode. Thank you, Jode. Thank you so much for subscribing. Tara, thank you so much for subscribing, Tara. And let's do Shelby. Thank you, Shelby, so much for subscribing, Shelby. After Shelby, we're gonna do is Samuel. Samuel, thank you so much for subscribing. After Samuel, let's do Hypen. And Hypen, where are you from? And Hypen, thank you so much for subscribing. And Hypen. Then after that, let's do Tiana. Thank you, Tiana, for subscribing. After Tiana, we're gonna do is Donna. Thank you, Donna, for subscribing. After Donna, Zena. Thank you, Zena, for subscribing. And let's do Zoran. Thank you, Zoran, for subscribing. And let's do Fabian. Thank you, Fabian, for subscribing to me. And then after that, James. Thank you, James, for subscribing. After that, Justina. Thank you, Justina. Justina. Whoops. Thank you, Justina, for subscribing. Justina. Thank you so much for subscribing, Justina. Then we're gonna do is Ava. Thank you, Ava, so much for subscribing to me, Ava. Then let's do Mitchell. Thank you, Mitchell, for subscribing. Thank you, Mitchell. Then gonna do Sonja. Thank you, Sonja, for subscribing. Thank you very much, Sonja. Then do Bandit again. Let's do that. Bandit, thank you. After Bandit, we're gonna do is Bella. After Bella, we're gonna do is Wilma. Wilma, how are you, Wilma? Here you go. And then after Wilma, we're gonna do is, let me try, Layla. Welcome, Layla. How are you? Here you go, Layla. Thank you so much for subscribing. Then we're gonna do is Raymond. Thank you, Raymond, for subscribing to me. Thank you, Raymond. Jasmine, thank you so much for subscribing. Jasmine. What we're gonna do after that, what we're gonna do is Jalaya. Jalaya, thank you so much for subscribing, Jalaya. After that, let's do Shopia. Okay. Thank you, Shopia, for subscribing to me. Katie, thank you so much for subscribing. And after that, we're gonna do is Michael. Michael, thank you so much for subscribing. And then after that is Mariam. Thank you, Mariam, so much for subscribing. Let's do Mikhail again. Mikhail, there you go. And after that, let's do Sophie. Thank you so much for subscribing, Sophie. Thank you, Michael and Sophie, for subscribing. Thank you so much. Then we're gonna do is Ava. Thank you, Ava, for subscribing to me. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you so much for subscribing, Adrian. Thank you so much, Mia. Thank you so much for subscribing, Mia. Thank you, Bella. Thank you. Bella, thank you so much for subscribing. Virish, thank you so much for subscribing, Virish. Thank you, thank you so much for subscribing. Lila, thank you so much for subscribing. Tita, Edgar, thank you, Edgar, for subscribing to me. Harlow, thank you, Harlow, so much for subscribing. Harlow, thank you. Chase, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Chase. Then Connor, thank you, Connor, so much for subscribing. Madeline, thank you, Madeline. Thank you so much for subscribing. Then let's do Thulane. Thank you, Thulane, for subscribing. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, Arakilin. Killian. Thank you so much for subscribing, Arakillian. Safra, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. DU, thank you so much for subscribing to me. Thank you. Santia. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, Liam. Thank you so much for subscribing, Liam. Thank you, AJ. Thank you, AJ, for subscribing. Amara, thank you, Amara, so much for subscribing. After that, we're gonna do is Amari. Thank you, Amari, for subscribing. Let's go, everyone. Then we have is, it's gonna be, let's go. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Harlow, thank you so much for subscribing, Harlow. And let's do Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah, for subscribing. Keaton, thank you so much for subscribing, Keaton. Thank you so much for subscribing. Then let's do Harlow again. Thank you, Harlow, so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you, Keaton. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go, everyone. And then we're gonna do is, and let's go. Morad, here you go. Thank you so much for subscribing. Amina, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. Julian, thank you so much for subscribing, Julian. Gia, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. Chloe, thank you so much for subscribing. Let me do Chloe again. Thank you, Chloe, so much for subscribing. Then let's do Adrian. Thank you so much, Adrian, for subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go, everyone. Thank you so much for subscribing. Edison, thank you so much, Edison, for subscribing to me. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you. You're welcome, the real king, Julian. Then we have Sienna. Thank you, Sienna, for subscribing. Paige, thank you so much for subscribing. Paige, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sonia, thank you so much for subscribing. Sonia, thank you. What's up, Paige? Thank you. Dia, thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing to me. Thank you, Dia. Thank you. Ava, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing, guys. Frim, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. All right, let's do Dia again. Thank you, Dia. Thank you for subscribing. Combs, thank you so much for subscribing. Okay, I would prefer you write names. Let's go. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. Let's do Elizabeth. Elizabeth, thank you so much for subscribing. Elizabeth. Finn, thank you so much for subscribing. Callie, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, Astra. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, Astra. Your Earth, thank you so much for subscribing. Your Earth. Raph, thank you, man. Thank you for subscribing. Braylon. Hold on. Braylon. Thank you so much for subscribing, Braylon. All right, here you go. Ellie, here you go. Thank you so much for subscribing. What we're gonna do is Jake. Thank you so much for subscribing, Jake. Thank you, Penelope. Hold on, Penelope. I don't know if that's a mistake, but okay. Here, thank you so much for subscribing. You're welcome, Mitchell. Thank you so much for subscribing, Mitchell. Here you go. And we have is Damien. Thank you, Damien, so much for subscribing to me. Really appreciate it. Here you go. Thank you for subscribing to me. Thank you. Then we have is Yoda. Thank you so much for subscribing, Yoda. Then we have is Penelope. Thank you so much for subscribing. And let's do Yelly. Thank you, Yelly, for subscribing. Let me do Yelly again. Yelly. Thank you so much for subscribing. Elizabeth. Elizabeth, thank you so much for subscribing, Elizabeth. Let's do Veer again. Thank you. What we're gonna do is Juliana. Thank you, Juliana. Juliana, thank you so much for subscribing. Harrison, thank you, Harrison, so much for subscribing to me, Harrison. What I'm gonna do is Thomas. Thank you, Thomas, for subscribing. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. Thank you, Zaki. Thank you so much for subscribing, Zaki. I'm fine. Just my my throat is a little, Here you go. Then we got is. All right, let's go, everyone. Let's do Veer again. All right, after that, let's go. This Shakira. Here you go, Shakira. Thank you for subscribing to me. Hamer, thank you for subscribing. Ellie, welcome. Thank you for subscribing to me, Ellie. Thank you. True. Here you go. Thank you for subscribing. Erickson. Here you go, Erickson. Thank you so much for subscribing, Erickson. Then we've got is Kazan. Thank you, Kazan, so much for subscribing. Thank you. Then we have is Annie. Thank you, Annie, so much for subscribing, Annie. Then we have is here you go. Thank you so much, Naomi. Thank you so much for subscribing. Then we have is Aaron. Thank you, Aaron, so much for subscribing. Then we have is thank you so much for subscribing, Leanne. Let's do. Here you go. Thank you so much for subscribing, Amer. Zaylor, thank you, Zaylor, so much for subscribing. Here you go, one more time for you. Thank you. Let's go, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in, and thank you so much for subscribing. Ryan, here you go. Ryan, let's do Sech. So here you go. Then we have admin. And then we have is Vlada. Here we go, Vlada. Then we have is Clarice. Thank you so much, Clarice, for subscribing. Then we have it's Niash. Thank you so much for subscribing, Niash. Thank you. Then we have is BU. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. Thank you. Samuel, thank you so much for subscribing. Samuel. Then we're gonna do is Zaki. Thank you so much, Zaki, for subscribing to me. Thank you very much. Let's do Veer again. Here you go. Veer. And after that, let's do everyone subscribe and then write your names. Who's gonna be next, guys? Let's go. Zaki, Veer, Samuel, to you, Diash, Clarice, and Vlada, Zetsa, thank you so much. Amin, thank you so much for subscribing. Ryan, thank you so much for subscribing. Amir, Aaron, Naomi, thank you all so much for subscribing to me. Thank you, everyone. Every single one of you is amazing. Thank you. Thank you all so much for subscribing. All right, guys. I have a request for you from you. Can I request you to all double tap the screen to give me a like? Let's get to 60 likes, guys. And also, if you can give me hearts as well. Here you go. Sean Ives. Sean Ives. Here you go. Here you go. Toria, here you go. Thank you so much for the hearts, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's get to 70 likes, guys. Brian, here you go, Brian. Here you go. No problem here. Owen, here you go, Owen. Thank you for subscribing to me, Owen. Thank you. No problem here. I hope you like it. Here you go, Tovin. Then we have Tavon, and then we have this Anisha. Anisha, thank you so much for subscribing to me, Anisha. Let's go, guys. Also, if you can share my live, I would really appreciate it. Let's go. Tavon, Anisha, Owen, Veer, Brian, Toria, thank you all so much for subscribing to me. Guys, hit the like button. Thank you all so much for 60 likes. Let's get to 70 likes, guys. Let's get to 70. Sure, thank you. Here, here, here you go. Then we have is Annabella. Annabella. Here you go, Annabella. Hope you like it. Then we have is Eva. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, Eva. Thank you, Annabella. Thank you so much for subscribing. Annabella. Yes, welcome back. How are you, Annabella? Guys, hit that like button. Let's go. Cadence, welcome back. How are you, Cadence? How have you been? Alright, everyone, let's go. Alright. Here you go. Everyone. I'm good too. I'm good too. Alright, guys. I'm just gonna do a few more names. Nadia, here you go. Thank you so much, Nadia, for subscribing to me. Thank you. No problem. Guys, drop your names, subscribe, then drop your names. Let's get to 65 likes, guys. 65 likes. Come on, let's go. Isabella. I'll be doing a little different live in the next one. So guys, stick around for that. I'll be going live again in like half hour maybe. And then I'll do a little different. All right, Ivan, here you go. Welcome, Ivan. Thank you so much for subscribing. Adriana, thank you so much for subscribing, Adriana. Thank you, Adriana. Charietta. Charietta. Thank you so much for subscribing, Charietta. Gara, thank you so much for subscribing. Emily, thank you so much, Emily, for subscribing. Thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you so much for subscribing, Sophia. Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much for subscribing to me, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you. Adriana, okay. Alright. You're giving me so many words, Adriana. Telephone. Here you go. Alright guys, I gotta go now. Thank you so much for joining in. I'll be back live. I'll be coming live again in like an hour or so. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you liked it, and then I'll see you all again. Okay, take care. Bye.